What's up? Just getting back from the Championship Series in the DMV. I was there Thursday through Saturday, and also last week for the first round, the regular season round robin. Safe travels I had. That's great. But this episode 3 that I'm about to bring you is really exciting. Did a post-championship game interview with a player. That's pretty cool. Post her champagne shower, and then got the man himself, Mike Rabil of the PLL CEO. So that's definitely going to be very insightful for everybody to watch, and I hope you do. Also ran into some friends of mine who I've known from the Championship Series. They work at the St. James in Micah and Chadwick. They support the SPL. They knew about the SPL whenever we were introduced to each other last season, so that was cool, and we kind of just talk from there, and it's cool to run into them at the Champ Series, and I'm glad that they're well. So everybody, I hope you watch this episode 3. Got tons of koozies from the Championship Series. That's what this box is, the back of my car. Can you see them? Koozied out. Yup. SPL koozies. We with it. Thanks everybody for watching.
We're at the St. James. We're at the WLL Championship Series championship game. I'm Mike Rabil.
Mike, walk me through what it means to you to grow the PLL from the first time in the Championship Series to now you have the WLL in the Championship Series playing sixes. How is the growth of sixes really impressed you?
I mean, the growth of sixes is incredible because it's just, there's fewer rules. And it's more intuitive just from a fan perspective who's not familiar with the game of lacrosse. And ultimately, my job is to grow lacrosse fans and lacrosse participation. And that's going to serve the whole universe better, the lacrosse world. And we believe sixes is a great way to do that.
Yeah, I've actually been asked that a lot this week, how sixes has sort of touched a newer lacrosse fan, a more diverse lacrosse fan, maybe one that doesn't know about lacrosse before, and now they're familiar with sixes. What do you think it is about sixes that is so relatable to new lacrosse fans and lacrosse fans of old?
For a new fan, I think the game is very digestible. It feels like hoops. It's up and down, goals scored, it's scooped out. The offensive player carries up the field. It has some nuance with substitution like hockey, but it's a really cool combo of hoops and hockey, and they have big audiences that have been watching that for decades and decades and decades, and I think that's very translatable.
When did you know you really had a product on your hand, whether, from the energy, from the groundswell of support, when did you know you had a really good product on your hand with the Championship Series that allowed you to grow?
I think the first year, 2 things. One, we had a bunch of people who have never watched lacrosse come. We had Ralph Sampson with us year 1, and he came and he loved it. Never seen lacrosse live before. We had the old president of the Washington Commanders, Jason Wright, with us that year. He never watched it, was like, this is amazing. And so fans that had never seen the game before were like, I understand this, I love this. And the second thing was the players love playing. And so if you have fans that enjoy it and you have players love playing it, it's a perfect match.
A couple more questions for you, sir. What does it mean to you to put on a suit and tie and hand out a championship trophy?
I mean, look, this is about the players for us. I'm doing the Golden Stick today for the WLL, and for me, it's a really great opportunity to celebrate these women, and they're showcasing, they're the best lacrosse players in the world, and I'm just honored to be a part of it.
Okay, 2 questions. One more towards the business. As the president of the PLL, sir, what's one thing you encountered your first year from the Championship Series here at the St. James that might have been a hurdle or barrier that now in your 3rd Championship Series you kind of don't have that problem anymore, or there's the improvement you've seen from 1 to 3? What's one area that you had to really make sure was you had to cross your T's and dot your I's?
Look, I think we need to continue to iterate. A good company always looks themselves in the mirror and truth tells. So how do we talk more about what the championship series is and why it means something? Whoever wins this game is getting paid a bounty, right? And that matters, paying players more. We need to do a better job of creating and talking about stakes. Look, I think at the end of the day, I think people are really catching on and are really enjoying this product, man. The fan surveys we're getting back is people love coming and watching.
That brings me to my last question, sir. If you're familiar with the Sixes Prize League, which I think you are, our league, the SPL, is truly inspired by the PLL Championship Series. And, seeing Romar Dennis go off that first season, 2 blocks for 2 bombs, seeing the relations of basketball to lacrosse, what advice do you have for a young league like the SPL where we can continue to grow and push Sixes?
Stay with it, man. It's hard. I like the SPL. I love what you're doing. Proud of you guys, and we're here to help. Just don't give up. This is hard business, and stay in it, man. You're doing great stuff.
Thank you very much for your time, Mike. One parting thing, LA 2028, what is your goal as a company for the PLO and lacrosse community as a general for the last question?
We just want more people watching and playing. Coming to games, and we're really excited about LA 2028. We'll see who's in the championship game. Could be a rematch of hockey, Canada-US, but there's a lot of good countries out there that are playing lacrosse every day, building their national teams, and we're headed to Japan in a couple weeks, and they're balling out there. So we're excited to see what happens both on the men's and women's side, and be a small part of it, man.
Yeah, what's up?
How does it feel to win championship hardware in the WLL for the first time for you?
Sick. It's unreal. I mean, it's only the second year of this championship series, and I'm just so excited to get to be a part of it. It's an honor to be a part of history like this, no matter what role you're playing. If you're a fan, if you're a coach, if you're a parent, if you're on the field, it's just great to see the growth of women's lacrosse the way we've seen it, and so it's really exciting to get to hold the trophy as proof of that.
For those of us who don't know who you are, introduce yourself for us. What position you play?
Okay, my name's Molly Laliberty. I'm a goalie. I graduated from Northwestern in 2024, and this is my second year with the Charging. Just so excited to be here and do whatever I can to help the team.
2 more questions. One, what's the technique on having the championship champagne?
So I don't know if I'm a good person to ask that, because I basically sprayed it directly into my eye, and then got it dumped on my head by our athletic trainer, Jess. So,
last question, what is Sixes doing to grow the game of lacrosse? Like, how have you noticed Sixes get new fans involved with the game and just energize the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a time and a place for all forms of lacrosse, starting from, the stick and ball game that started all of this, to Sixes, which is the newest and fastest form. I think Sixes is a little bit easier to understand, a little bit more palatable for TV, and so I think that just makes it a little bit more accessible. And so it's really exciting to get to play different versions of the game, from the college game to Sixes to international Sixes, and so we're really lucky. We're at a really cool point in lacrosse right now.
Thank you very much for your time. You're with the Sixes Prize League. I run a lacrosse league where we do exactly this. We have lacrosse league on live television. Champions get prize money. We have sponsors. It's like a rec league on steroids. So, one parting advice. What advice do you have for somebody who runs a league like a Sixes league, but is really trying to amplify lacrosse in a way that gets more people excited to play?
Yeah, I think continuing to do what you're doing is great. Lacrosse is the most exciting sport on 2 feet, and I think the best way to grow it is to get as many people exposed to it and get as many people involved in it, and so I think you're doing great things for the game.
Enjoy your championship. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is the SPL vlog at the PLL Championship Series. You both work at the St. James. You work for the PLL. I'll be brief. You got food. Just talk about the experience. What's it like working here? Do you enjoy watching sixes?
Yeah, I love sixes. I think it's super fast. It's super fun. I think it offers a great growth point for the game, cutting down on equipment costs and player numbers, and it's just so much faster.
Yeah. Introduce yourselves for us.
Yeah, my name is Micah. I work with the PLL on the merch team.
Chadwick, I'm the director of live events and retail for the St. James, but also help with the merch when they're here. So.
Now, as a business model, how do you think the PLL can grow this sixes from where it's at the St. James, maybe, and keep growing sixes?
I'll let you take that.
I think they have to keep it like the festival style motto and do more activations for kids, because it's all about the kids. Like, the kids are the fans, they're the ones spending the most money. They have the income, you know, they have the funds, and you just got to make it affordable and fun and bring everybody out. You got to pack the house and just make it an electrifying experience, you know?
Two more questions for you gentlemen. What do you know about the Sixers Prize League, and how can it benefit from watching something like the Championship Series?
I know that Varo's balling out. That's what I know.
It's fun. It looks fun. Like, I enjoy watching it. All my friends are trying to get teams together. I think, you know, just like copying the model, you know, like make it fun, make it active, you know, put a DJ there, have some pop-ups, have some food, you know, bring fans. 'Cause that's the biggest thing. Is like, I remember, like, you know, playing summer league lacrosse, like, we'll bring all the homies, everyone brings their girlfriends, you know, we're drinking after the game. So, like, more of that festival kind of experience.
Lastly, what does it mean to, like, be a black person and watch sixes and see other black people gravitate towards sixes? You know, whether it's on Instagram, it seems to have a groundswell of, like, new fans, and then just the game itself, it seems like the black lacrosse players utilized differently in the sixes game. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's great. I coach in DC. 75% of my team is new black players to the sport. So seeing representation, I think, makes them feel seen, makes what I do feel a lot better. I know that. You know, I have someone to tell them to go look at. Go watch Romar Dennis highlights. You know, Kyle Harrison highlights.
I think for us, it's an easier transition to play sixes than to play field. Like, if you're new to lacrosse and you're black, you know, we're fast, we're aggressive, whatever. But it reminds you of basketball, it reminds you of other sports, so it's easier to calculate and figure out how to play versus, like, spread out and all over the place. You know, like, a lot of people learn in the game versus, like, in the classroom. So I think sixes, you learn a lot very fast, so it makes you a better player.
Gentlemen, really thank you for your time. I know you weren't expecting an interview, but this is really great to get your perspectives. I've ran into you both 2 years in a row now. I'm glad to see you're both still here, and I hope to see you in the Prize League one day. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Yeah, man, thank you.